A simple yet captivating garment has made its way into our time, celebrated by top designers and held up as an example by celebrities. It is known as the epitome of fashion and has even influenced the arts, such as film, opera, and theater. Today, we will explore the history behind the little black dress and how its timeless beauty has managed to inspire an entire generation. A simple cut, with links generally above the knee, and a style that allows for a great number of changes and improvements. Versatility is undoubtedly one of the closest synonyms to what it means to wear this garment. But where does it come from? So, get comfortable and let's begin this journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our design explorations. Now, let's dive in. Created by the French designer Coco Chanel in the 1920s, it was born with a single purpose: to be in every woman's room. Because every woman deserves to have a dress that is not only elegant, but also extremely versatile. It would eventually become a symbol of elegance and beauty for the entire fashion industry, becoming a standard for women's attire, worn to dinners and parties, achieving a status that few outfits of its kind have achieved, becoming timeless. The era in which it was born was also pivotal. Women were beginning to fight for more activities. The freedom to drive, play sports, dance, and enjoy life led to the demise of those elaborate, hard-to-wear dresses that even made mobility a challenge. That's why this dress emerges as the rebellious companion of a woman seeking her emancipation. What's most striking is its price, designed to be as accessible as possible, prioritizing style over luxury. Women deserved the freedom to choose not only what to wear, but how to wear it. Thanks to me, poor girls can dress like rich girls. Coco Chanel. Although its creation and its purpose are two separate stories, the design began in 1912 and was given to the model Suzanne Orlandi for her debut. This dress was praised for its elegance. But it didn't stop there. Chanel wanted more. She wanted to push the boundaries even further with this dress. It was in 1920 that she had an epiphany at the opera. She realized that she wanted every woman in that place to wear dark dresses. In 1926, the Garçon was finally unveiled, a simple design with a sublime commercial presence that reached its peak in sales and popularity. Coco Chanel herself declared it to be the uniform of every woman of taste. But the heyday was between the 1930s and the 1960s. We're talking about the early era of color and cinema, thanks to the cinematographic work done with Technicolor, precisely because it was still in its infancy. Many directors used the little black dress for actresses, as colored costumes caused shooting errors. Enter Christian Dior. Dior was a highly acclaimed fashion designer who founded a company of the same name. He also adopted Chanel's style and incorporated it into his new collection known as the New Look. This redesign, influenced by the effects of World War II, changed the shape of the clothes and made them slightly longer. The intention was to make them more masculine while retaining some feminine aspects, to make the clothes the most uniform, and to portray the woman as a symbol of danger, all under the post-war influence. Not to mention the fact that he worked in Hollywood as a much sought-after and important designer. This indirectly led to the creation of femme fatales, or dark ladies, where actresses played sensual yet dangerous roles, with their black dress as their main tool of seduction. Among them, Marilyn Monroe in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, Ava Gardner in The Killers, or Rita Hayworth and Gilda all adopted the dress, turning it into a weapon that marked a pivotal moment in cinema. In the 1960s, there was a shift in status. Women wanted to wear shorter clothes, miniskirts, and as a result, fashion designers began to respond to the demands of the public. It wasn't until the arrival of Catherine Deneuve that things would return to their glory days, exploring sexier and more extravagant versions. Yes, the opposite of a few decades ago when simplicity was in demand. The backless neckline she proposed had a daring look that attracted all the young women looking for a change. That's how the little black dress managed to survive another generation and avoid its supposed disappearance. But it wasn't until the 80s that we saw another major evolution of the dress, once again. Karl Lagerfeld, Coco Chanel's successor, made his first change with the reissue of the little black dress for a more nighttime presentation, specifically designed for nightclub parties. His aim was to adapt to this new style, combining the classic style of the originals with the punk of the era in which it was set, without abandoning the minimalism and versatility that characterized the wardrobe, making it completely informal. In the 90s, there was a small addition with the inclusion of sandals, purely for sociocultural reasons. But the 90s also brought something new. Thanks to Jill Sander, the elegant style that Chanel had when she started making her long-awaited dresses returned, returning to the simplest, more editable minimalism. We would be in the midst of the great versatility of the style, because apart from Sander, Gianni Versace leaned towards a sexier route, with strategic openings, with a voluptuous gaze. The rebirth of body-conscious fashion, the use of subtle color combinations, and the resurgence of the predominant black, combined with the retrospective trends of the 80s to the late 2000s, which brought back both the style of the 50s and the 20s, heralded the golden era of the little black dress. And it's not only real people who have been influenced, but also cartoon characters. For example, Betty Boop, a cartoon character based in part on the 1920s girl Helen Kane, was drawn in her early films wearing a little black dress. Although later, with the introduction of Technicolor, Betty's dress turned red. On the other hand, we have the black dress worn by Audrey Hepburn as Holly Golightly in the 1960s movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, designed by Givenchy. This dress epitomized the standard of wearing black dresses complemented with pearls, collectively known as the little black dress, as was common in the early 60s. Also, if we delve further into a larger scenario, the Duchess of Windsor had her own black dresses that she cherished. Duchess Wallis Simpson had such an affection for these garments that she even dedicated this phrase to them: "When a little black dress is right, there's nothing else to wear." But if we stay in reality, another important figure would be Princess Lady Di, who wore it to a summer party organized by Vanity Fair in '94, the very night when one of the great royal dramas unfolded, as Prince Charles admitted to having relations with Camilla Parker Bowles. The influence of the little black dress on fashion has been undeniable through the decades, an icon that has transcended eras and cultural boundaries to become a cornerstone in the wardrobes of influential women. Its versatility and its ability to convey elegance and sophistication have cemented its place in the fashion world, making it more than just an item of clothing, but a symbol of timeless style. From its humble origins, it has been responsible for many important moments in the history of fashion, theater, and even cinema, and has always remained with us as an undeniable emblem of simplicity, beauty, sensuality, and all the meanings it has acquired over the years. If you enjoyed exploring the little black dress, then share your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you want to stay updated on all things design, click the bell icon to receive notifications. Until next time, keep appreciating the beauty of design, and we'll catch you in the next video.